War X skills look insane. Welcome dreamers. If it's your second or third time watching one of my videos and you're not subscribed, go ahead and do it for your boy. This is the last video that I'll be doing on the Holy War X movie. I know I'm late to the game. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm enjoying it. Hope you're enjoying it too. Anyway, let's get into the video.
Now, the Warhammer move, what it looks like now, one of the main complaints about the heavy weapons previously was that the weight, it didn't seem like they had enough weight to them. Now, obviously, a lot more weight has been added to them. So obviously, by the way of the animations, the drag back on the player itself, and then also the VFX do help greatly as well. But one of the things as well when it comes to the moves too, obviously nothing that screen shake can't fix as well, and then also better extra debris effects when we're using our moves. This is the new ground shadow effect. I think we might actually want to change the animation as well, but we're pretty happy on using it as it is now.
Bro,
so
every time, oh my gosh, every time I see these wings, bro, they just look so good. Like every time I see the fly in this game, it's nuts. But I think
as well.
Yeah, okay, he did that from the air. Let me stop pausing it because I'm ruining the experience.
You also have like a directional, you have directional control as well whilst you're in the air. So if you jump from a very high position and then use this move, you still have directional control mid-air from where you want to land and position this thing. The next move which we will be showcasing is the Sword of Beginnings, the starter sword. Now the starter sword,
I'm not gonna lie, Sword of Beginnings is something like
legendary that everyone will be getting at the start of the game. So at the start of the game, everyone will be using this, most likely. Unless you also get the group sword as well. We'll see what happens. But the offensive slash has been, so let me quickly put on the screen what the old move used to look like. And then this is what the new move looks like. Now, obviously, a lot of these slash move effects on the weapon skills that we had before, we were very lazy with them previously, and essentially we used the same slash on all of them, and it just wasn't really to my liking. Kind of pissed me off, to be honest. But now, obviously, it differentiates between each weapon, and obviously it looks a lot cleaner. And the same thing as I said before, all the weapon skills now feel like they have a lot more weight to them.
Yeah,
also, when it comes to one-handed swords, we did change the way that a lot of them obviously we're not only the animations, so you feel a lot better using all the moves for the skills, and also just doing basic M1ing as well at the same time. It feels a lot smoother.
Gee, bro, now, can we run that back? Like the M1s in this game are nuts.
All the moves for the skills, and
look at the way
he's basic M1ing as well at the same time. It feels a lot smoother. Now moving on swiftly onto the next weapon, the winged spear. Now the winged spear, obviously known as the Skywing Lance. So basically what we've done before, so I'm going to pop on the screen what the old move used to look like, and then this is what the new move looks like. A few things were changed to it due to
spikes are way bigger.
To help with functionality and whatnot. So obviously, firstly, because of visual purposes, we decided to make sure that the ground, the earth that comes up from the ground, it changes depending on whatever material you're on at the same time, because it just adds a bit more to the immersive experience. And also because the new way that our combat works as well, you are also able to throw a player, let's say, just above ground level, boost all the way over
this
to
is
them,
nasty.
and then just before you're able to smack them down, you can go ahead and smack them just like that as well. So that's also just a small tech that you can do just if you basically know the game's new combat to a moderate level. Because let's say when you're in the sky and you're using something like the Sword of Beginnings, if you go ahead and aerial launch someone, because of the way that the move works in the sky,
so my only concern, right, is like with the arrow launch, like how long can they stay in the air, right? Like before I actually catch up to them, because it looks like I can grab my popcorn and watch a full movie before they can get to me. Like look at this real quick. Like
arrow launch someone.
Hold on. Because he throws him, right? Look, this is the player right here, right?
The move works.
Look how he's still in the air, by the way. Like he's floating. He's literally floating until he gets to him. Like do they like float? Do they not float? If they don't activate, this player doesn't activate the key to get towards them. Like I don't really know.
Slamming them down or flinging them up in the air like the ice axe, it'll allow you to continue the combo, not reset it, but continue the combo and then be able to slam them down. Because some of these moves do work as combo extenders. Some of these moves, when depending on the aerial state, it will end up like continue the chain in the air or slam you down directly, which allows you to jump up again and then do a plunge move on them and then slap them down again, and then with their knockback, it's a whole thing. Right, the next weapon that we changed on the agenda is the Mythosphere. So obviously, the move now before. So obviously, let me put on the screen what the move used to look like.
Let's see. Oh, it was like super fast. It didn't have any like.
So
it didn't have any screen shake.
The move has been changed a fair amount. So it's been changed a fair amount, not mainly VFX wise, but then also slightly functionality wise. And when I say functionality wise, the startup has been increased to, you know, a greater speed, so that way you're able to just kind of quick fire it off. Because if you're able to quick fire it off, it makes it a lot more feasible in combat. One of the main problems that we had initially was that one, it wasn't really a combo extender, and then also, you know, at the same time, it's like you could always see it coming because the charge up was so large. But now obviously now you could go ahead and
oh, by the way, dang, bro, I just got out of frame. Hold on, let me go back real quick.
So large. But now obviously now you could go ahead and
all right, so this like little dragon thing, he said this is a part of like a lightning style. I forgot, he said in the Discord, but like he said it was part of like some lightning like magic or something like that. So yeah, y'all don't worry about that till later. He spawned a campfire.
There's someone up in the air.
Yeah, it's your dragons up there.
Go ahead.
No. Look how far.
This as well.
Look how long he's in the air for, bro.
The last hit, so obviously because of the way the move is situated. Oh shit.
Oh.
Because of the way that the move is situated, rather than you continue the combo or like instantly slamming down. Oh Jesus Christ.
Oh, he's spamming.
Or instantly slamming down. The last move actually decides to go ahead and slam you down while the other ones are doing consecutive hits.
Okay, that makes sense.
Now I need to reset myself before these guys burn the shit out of me.
Wait, yo, who are these guys?
Due dates to due dates.
Now on to the Iron Greatsword. The Iron Greatsword. I'm really trying to speed through these so that way, you know, we can get through like as much shit in this movie as possible. So let me just put up quickly what the movie used to look like, and then
okay, pretty basic, I'm not gonna lie.
Now this is what the movie looks like now. So
way
what we
better.
with the Iron Greatsword lunge is the first initial part of the move does still act like the let's say the Warhammer, which is a block breaker, but it's still parryable. That means if you see someone coming at you with that move, you're able to parry the move instantly, and then you will have the advantage of being able to, you know, parry, to be able to counter attack them and, you know, get your first good licks in. But then also the ending part of the move is a slashing that is unblockable. There's unblockable goes through block, but you are still able to dash iframe around it and dash frame out of it. Now Iron Sword wise, now the Iron Sword, first of all, I do love the new aesthetic of the
hold up,
now
I'm not gonna
Iron
lie.
Sword.
That was a kind of Duke. No, that was really Duke's ability. Look at this.
Iron Sword.
This is mid.
First of all, I do love the new aesthetic of the Iron Sword. Just looks far better in every single way. Look at the detail on that new Iron Sword. Look at that ass. Look at my ass. Look at my sheath. Look at everything. I'm perfect. Now, the ass, the sheath, and everything on the Iron Greatsword, it is just so fucking beautiful. But basically, rather than looking at the beauty of the Iron Greatsword, now as I was telling you about the different combo extenders that you have in the air, some of them will allow you to reset the combo, some of you don't. Some of them will end up fling you up in the air, some will slam you down onto the floor, they'll bring you back up so you can continue. It's a whole different thing. There's a whole
I don't know what
thing.
He just said,
now,
but
this Iron's offensive thrust is actually a combo resetter. So what you're able to do, I guess you can catch someone off a combo start with that. But mainly it is used to reset the combo and get you a maximum amount of hits in. There's not a block breaker, which is why we've made it allow you to do this. So that way, like, I feel like a lot of people are going to end up, infusing it into their combos with their different magics and stuff. So let me go ahead and show you an example. If I was to lift up this NPC such as this, and with a full string combo in the air, offensive thrust, and then the entire chain is reset.
No, that's actually nasty. This is is that not meta? Is that not meta?
It's quite crazy. Now I can do that on an NPC, but I won't be able to do that on a player simply because of the fact that the players we do have all of our evasive technique moves as well that we can get out of, and you know, there's quite a lot of not only do we have our our actual natural evasive, which I'm just going to show you quickly. Oh shit. Which I'm going to show you quickly here. Not only do we have that natural evasive, but then we also do go ahead and have the evasive moves as well as such, like the Infernal Blade also. Now moving on to the gold rapier, the stiletto. Now I'm sure a lot of you are just for some reason just
that makes so much
rapier
more sense.
dick riders in all games.
Like, so yeah, okay. Bro, I was very concerned at first. I was like, bro, like that's like high key meta, like kind of broken, right? But now that I know for a fact that he's going to be like you can't basically do it on a player because of all the evasives. Like you can if you're fighting a noob, you know what I'm saying, but nobody's gonna fall for that. I'm not gonna.
Simply because the elegancy of the way that the rapier moves, and I think the way that we actually remade the movement for the rapiers itself really attests to that. Now first I'm going to show you what the old move used to look like. And then now this is what the new move looks like.
The lighting's so much better in this now.
Now previously we did allow the final hit to be a block breaker on this rapier move, but now I think the multiple hits also go off a bit too fast, so that way we decided that the final hit doesn't actually need to be a block breaker. We just kind of made it like a combo finisher because it also does quite a bit of damage. So So what you do is obviously you finish the rest of the moves and then you're able to and then knocks them back.
Dang,
and then just to change it up slightly, just at the end, Gideon's Needle also got reworked, both you know, model wise, visually, VFX wise. I think we did initially start as a block breaker in the initial making of the weapon, but now it does go through blocks. So I'm just going to quickly show you how it used to look. Okay. And then now this is how it looks now.
Jab.
You know, a quick, fast-acting block breaker.
I don't know,
if you take a look at this, fast-acting block breaker.
The VFX are so much better.
And here comes our good friend to try and burn us the fuck out.
Ooh, what was that?
And last but not least, one of the weapons, the common weapons that was not actually not on the list before. So one of the additions that we actually had to make, well, actually we made 2 different additions, or 3. So one of them was magic orbs, and then another one was, you know, the fist wraps, which I'll be showing to you later on in the movie. But this one of the third one was actually the Apprentice Holy Knight Katana, which is to do with the in-game guild faction, which is the Holy Knight. So if any of you guys watch Seven Deadly Sins, yes, you'll be able to join the Holy Knight guild inside the game. And
bro, you can okay, I'm not gonna lie, right? So R6, in my opinion, might look more like fluid when it comes to animations, but like you can't hit mean poses like this with R6, bro. It's just not possible, bro.
That's how you're gonna be able to arrest people.
What
we wanted to do was add a feel of immersion into the game, where it's like, because obviously in SDS, when you have a lot of Holy Knights, you know, infusing their own magic into their weapons and whatnot. So what we decided to do is there are a few small visual aspects that we tune up to the game. So let's say when you're charging your mana color is dependent on the magic that you hold, and then that also transfers over to your Aspiring Light move as well. So when you use your Aspiring Light move, the color portrayed is, you know, dependent on the magic you have, because obviously you're charging your magical energy into
this is red
your,
though. Why did it change to like a sand color?
So if I go ahead and
prove me wrong right now. Ice.
So I want to see a charge. Change my magic to ice.
Okay, that's cool. Let me see the charge.
It's a small detail.
Let me see the charge now. Let me see the charge.
To the rare weapons, we've got something such as the Shark's Bane. I'm not entirely too sure if we showed Shark Bane previously in the rare weapons, but the Tsunami Dive, at least now you can aim and look at it, point and aim, you know, with your cursor, and then once you go ahead and land, it is also just like the heavy attack weapon, where it is a block breaker, and obviously because it is a rare weapon and is different to the Warhammer, it does actually have a lot more range than the Warhammer as well.
Like
you can still also use it in the air and direct where you're going to.
Oh, but you can snipe.
And then if you are using shift lock at the same time, rather than
as a YouTuber / streamer, bro, if I'm playing the game and I see I look up and someone is just hitting the meanest shark pose I've ever seen in my life and snipes me on my head, it's GG's. It's on site.
Just have a set distance where you're going, and you kind of just go to maximum set distance. Now the Overflood move is also a block breaker, but it is this one does go through block, but the Tsunami Dive is parable and this one is not. That is also because the charge up is so large. So once you see someone use this move, all you really have to do is back up, and then the end lag gives you enough time to like dash in and then try and fuck them up as well.
I actually want to skip to like the end so I can show like my reaction to like the craziest weapons in the game, to be honest. But this looks nasty though. Oh my gosh. Where'd he go? Oh. Bro, there's no way these are normal like bandits, bro. Like, there's no way. They're going crazy right now. Oh, that camera was cooked. Okay. Leonis.
Alright, now onto the Infernal Blade. So I think you guys actually, a lot of you guys have also seen the Infernal Blade before. I'm really trying to get through these as quick as possible, so that way, we can spend time on things that you guys really want to see, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys want to see, things that you've already seen before. The weapon itself, models-wise, didn't change too much. I think after the end of this, I'm just going to go and show an entire panel of what, the new models look like for all of the weapons, so that way you guys can get a good look at them.
Oh, did they ever do that?
So obviously I'm going to put on the screen quickly like what the weapons used to look like, weapon skills used to look like.
Yeah, he did armor,
the first move itself was subject to change, so that one actually changed completely. And then the last move itself is mainly just a visual rework, but then also at the same time we did also add a soft auto track to the firing.
Oh, I've seen this.
That way, for people that are flying or people that are moving around quite a bit, it does like softly auto track to them. So if they're staying a bit too still, then they're able to still get caught by it. It is still a blockable move, so obviously don't worry if you're blocking. you will still be able to block a majority of it, but it does do quite a lot of hit damage to your block as well. So you can't really just take all of them if you've been taking a lot of damage throughout the entire fight. Now the first move is changed to Doombringer. This is a block breaker. It can be used in the air to fling people back, or can also be used as an evasive while you're being attacked by people. Or then you've got Hellbringer Fire.
Okay.
Which is the projectile move as well.
Yeah,
now
I mean,
onto the...
Wait, so okay, are these all the weapons in the game that he's showing us right now? Like, it's a lot of weapons for sure. Like, for sure. Like, boxing, like he has so many different weapon like types, you know? It's kind of nasty, the orcs and everything
fan
too.
Favorite of what you guys also remember from the, from the rare weapons previously. So this actually mainly was just a visual rework. It actually acts the exact same as you had it before, because it was pretty much goddamn fucking perfect, mate. So the main thing that here to look out for is the same way that we've changed up the ice in the game. So actually this ice, we did a massive rework on our ice magic as well. So I'll give you a small little preview. And I'll be showing that a lot later, so I'll be showing the full ice magic a lot later, because there are quite a few things that you do need to know about that. Because as I was saying, different moves change in the air depending on the ground, or if you hold them too long, and yeah, it's a whole thing. Now moving on swiftly, the second move for the for the ice axe is still the glacier impact, or the frostbite assault. My apologies.
Okay.
Oh Jesus, these guys don't like me hitting them.
Yo! The way these guys are moving is nuts.
Perfect.
Look, he cooking some of them though. Bro spamming his keys, I'm not gonna lie.
These, and at the end of it, it slams them down. The crystal blade, I believe we might have showed before.
Ooh, I ain't never seen it.
The moves themselves have actually changed. So the first move, well, the second move has changed. So the first move is actually still the exact same, still same functionality, but a small punch has been added at the start of it. So
maybe I have seen this one, I don't know.
But the first part, if you are too close in front of the person, they do a downwards punch on you, breaking your block. Over here, as you can see,
this will be a nice ability.
But if I do it in front of their face, then I just slam down with the punch and I break their block, and then I'm able to continue a punch.
Crazy.
So some of these moves, obviously, if you play the game more, you're going to be able to understand that you just got to be able to be a lot careful for quite a lot of weapons, and there are a lot of weapons in the game as well. So I think the more you guys do play, the more you're going to get more familiar with all the different weapons in the game, and how they how they're able to get past your defenses and whatnot. So you always got to keep a keen eye for. You got to keep a keen eye for what weapon someone is carrying, what magic they're using, and what combat style they're using as well. Because we also did go ahead and then added a bunch of new combat styles as well.
Oh my gosh, that's so nuts! Oh my gosh!
And then along with that, all of the different moves and shit as well. So
it's like VFX on everything. These don't sand?
And now one of the final new, one of the new rare weapons that we actually did add as well, which was the last one, which is a boss drop. Now I don't think, actually, I think it's a normal. No, it's a boss drop. Yeah, it comes from the Caesar boss, which we're going to be showing later in movie 2, or I think just before the movie 2, in a showcase of how the larger bosses work. Now the Rune Frost move. This is a projectile move. You can use it from anywhere, a bit like Rukia's move from Bleach.
I was just about to say Rukia.
Using this will capture the player in ice, and then be able to smack them up in the air, and just kind of leave them there to do a jolt up in the air and an ice cube, pull back down. Pretty nice. It is a blockable move as well, so don't be afraid, even though you can kind of catch anyone from anywhere with it. And also there is a massive symbol on the ground, so it does give you enough time to get the fuck out of there. So it's mainly used when you can kind of predict where someone's going. You made them use all of their side dashes and whatnot. Very cheeky. But then the second move is a instant combo extender called Winter's End, which also encases them with the freeze effect. So let me go ahead and show you.
Yeah, show us the move. Show me
these dummies real quick.
Now, these guys are anything but dumb.
Combo standing.
Oh, this effect is nasty.
Lifting up in the air again.
Look how long he's in the air, by the way.
And then when I do slam him down.
Oh my, that was no.
Yeah, use the move.
That's great.
It's not going as I planned. It's not going as I planned. It's not going as I planned.
All of them. Dude, what?
This spear is actually probably one of the most used things in testing right now because of how versatile it is.
Okay.
It's also
I just wanted to show y'all some
so
other cooler weapons.
I'm just going to show you quickly what all the moves are before actually using them inside of a fighting setting. So the first move, called Snag Harpoon, you're able to launch this shit across the map to be able to get someone and then pull them towards you. It is kind of, it's parryable, so when the player is pulled towards them, then it is parryable, then they can parry you, and then you can like they can get a counter off you. But you know, the main thing you have to be careful of really is that you have to try and catch them off guard with it when you know they're not really expecting this, that where they can't really parry you. And then the second move, not only does this, it can be used in combos, so when you're already hitting someone with your M1s, then you can use that, but then it can also be used as a projectile, as you can see,
type of thing, or
to be able to shoot across someone. This is also an attack and a counter, so if someone hits me during this, it parries them, counters back, and then it goes into a whole cutscene move if you're able to land the hit. And then this is a AoE slashing, kind of like a mini cutscene move that brings everyone onto a bunch of spikes. Now let me go ahead and show you how to use it in action.
Let's see it.
Oh shit.
Missed it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is so tough. Can you throw him down? Oh my god.
Can I please keep in mind as well, you will not be able to do this to players, because obviously we've made sure that with the how smart the NPCs already are, we want to ensure that like they won't let anyone use their evasion bar, because obviously like, a lot of the time for humans, for players to be able to get out of combos, we use our evasion moves, we use our evasion bar, and it makes it a lot easier. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Yeah, so we made sure that these guys aren't actually able to use evasion. So a lot of your crazy infinite combos, you're going to be able to use them on like NPCs like these a lot more. But that is if you're actually able to catch them in the first place, because they are still pretty damn.
No, this is, bro. This game's gonna be so heat when it drops, bro. It's gonna be so tough.
Jesus Christ.
Smackdown. Okay, all right. I've seen enough. Okay, like I said, this is my last video on Holy War X for a smooth minute until I drop any more news, of course. You know what I'm saying? Once they drop more news, I'm on that. But this is like the last video for this segment of Holy War X. You know what I'm saying? This moment in history for Holy War X in my channel. Y'all make sure to like and subscribe to see future videos like this. I know you be watching my videos. I'm talking to you. I know you be watching my videos, but you're not subscribed and you know it. Go ahead and click that button right down there. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.